I think whether you're as a player or anybody involved on or off the field, or even as far as spectators go, really, the value of respect in rugby is hugely important. That is something that we sort of pride ourselves on, particularly here in the URC, on those values. And when that line is crossed and it becomes unacceptable, then sanctions or the issues need to be dealt with. So I didn't see the William Servat incident. Obviously, I was working on the game on Saturday, and I hear the comments between Neil Jenkins and Mathie Reynal. I thought Mathie Reynal dealt with it very, very well on the field, and that was dealt with. Neil then needs to be reminded that, if you are going on the field, when I was refereeing, if a water carrier came on or a coach came on, if he had something to say to me, I didn't have much issues. It was all to do with how it was said and what the context of what he was saying. I don't think you should be coming on and telling the referee they're doing this, they're doing that. That's not what you're on there for. But if you did come on and say something in the right context, then I wouldn't have too many issues with that. But when it becomes then you coming on and you're having a go at the referee, then that is not acceptable. And that needs to be dealt with. There is a quiet word, that it may be an official warning or letter, or there could be a sanction. It all depends on what you feel it is appropriate to deal with, whatever was said. So there is something I think we need to make sure that we stay on top of and deal with this. Because I know here in the URC, we will deal with these issues if they arise. And it's important we do that, because we have to keep the value of ethos and respect in the game. We saw it happening in one of the in one URC games with Dan Baugh and the referee. It was dealt with, and that's what I think, particularly in the URC, and we do in rugby, is that when issues do arise, we deal with them, and we must deal with them, and we must keep that value of respect. And it's not a case of if you're coming on as a coach and you can't open your mouth and speak to the referee. I wouldn't want to be in a situation where we arrive at that. But what you say and how you say it, I think, is the key thing. And if that line is crossed, then yes, it needs to be dealt with. And I said, whether anything will come from it on the weekend, but I thought Mathie Reynal dealt with it there and then, and I'm sure that the WIU on even Gas himself will have a word with Jinx and say, look, that's not what we want, and an apology maybe. Look, yeah, sorry, heat of the moment, apology, and then we move on, and that's what I think is important.